Our very first interview.
Yes, Lindsey Moser, and I know you recognize her face.
Yeah.
She was in, you want to say it?
Magic Mike XXL.
XXL. Why?
Maybe you could tell me what XXL means. My husband wears XXL and he don't look like that. So I'm wondering.
Yeah. So, why did they name it XXL?
Well, I mean, from what I hear, I wasn't involved in the naming of it. But from what I hear, it's and true to the movie that everything's just bigger and better and more fun and
Kind of Texas.
Yes.
Texas vibe. Everything's bigger and better
Everything's bigger and better
in Texas.
and Magic Mike XXL.
Okay.
Well, Lindsey had, I saw the movie. We went, me and Lesley went and saw the movie. And Lindsey
Funniest part of the movie.
made her smile.
Sure, of course.
So I want to know how you got in character.
Well, when I first got, we had a rehearsal day, so that was very helpful because I was able to see what was going to happen and kind of prepare myself. Because it's a beautiful. You're speechless, of course. Like there's this beautiful man just like stripping in front of you, pouring water on himself. It was so we had a rehearsal day, which was I was so thankful for that. And so then when we were filming, they gave me a cell phone and was like, when he walks in the door, just be texting on your cell phone, don't notice him. So then, at that point, I was like, well, I got to make up what I'm texting about. I got to figure out, who I'm texting.
Not you had your own and you were like, Mom, guess what?
No, your mom is not the best person to text while you're on set. But I love you, Mom. But yeah.
So this phone that they gave me was actually working. I mean, it was a working.
It was a working phone, but it wasn't. But it wasn't like I could get into it. You know what I mean? It was like locked.
Okay, so you really had to go into a character.
Yeah. So I just made up a story about that my girlfriend had told me that she was sleeping with my boyfriend, and then I was real mad about that, obviously.
You had a straight face.
Right. So I was like, I was angry texting.
Are you nervous?
I'm sure you were a little nervous.
Did you feel that he was a little bit, or I guess you can't really speak for him?
Yeah, I can't really speak for him for sure, but I mean, I think it was a big scene. I think from the moment that I booked the part, everybody talked about what a big scene this was going to be.
To me, it was the marker of the movie. Because I think the coolest thing about it was what was going through you.
Yeah.
Like you wanted, it was, here you've got this gorgeous man, and you've got this woman that you really don't know what the hell she's looking at.
Right.
And you're like, all of a sudden, you see him, and you have no emotion. So that's what I wanted to know, what you were thinking at the first, on the first look.
I mean, I think that I've worked in retail, which is
Annoying.
which is and it's an interesting job, you see all kinds of things, and people come in and they're doing the weirdest crap, and you're like, what is going on? So I just thought that that's what I would be thinking if I'm at work. I'm just at work.
Right.
So I was thinking, this beautiful man walks in, and I don't know if this is for real or if he's joking or what. You would be shocked. And then he pours this water on him, and you're like, what are you doing?
I wasn't even looking at the water. I was looking at the Cheetos that went everywhere. I mean, he picked Cheetos.
Cheetos were hilarious.
When he asked you how much the Cheetos and water were, did you have to hold it back?
The Cheeto, once he comes to the counter, he's already done the push up, look back at you thing, and you're like, I mean, your heart is beating out of your chest, So once he asked me, and plus he's just so charming anyway, especially when he asked that question, you're like, oh, how's it smell? Yeah, you can have it, it's free. Just take it today. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I didn't have to hold it back. At that point, that was the part where I was supposed to smile and be charmed by him, So it was a much relief because I needed to smile most of the time.
Well, who cleaned the Cheetos up, and how many times?
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
it was.
So is he a third taker?
Was
he a first taker?
Joe is wonderful at what he does. I mean, he is a wonderful man, a wonderful actor. All of them, they're all on top of their game. I mean, which you can see his skill.
Oh, yeah.
For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
He was on it.
So when the camera wasn't on you, we over there, yeah, come on. Is that what you were doing?
And honestly, one thing that I struggle with, just my own personal struggle, is having more fun and not taking things so seriously.
Well, you sound like we would get along real
Yeah.
good.
Red carpet, did you walk the red carpet with the opening?
No, I didn't go to the opening either. I know, that's sad.
We need to do a remake of that. Girl, you got to put the dress on.
I've been calling him, that's been a mistake. I not received my tickets.
Well, what would you say was the most, the one thing for you that stuck out, being on the set of Magic Mike?
What's the
Yeah, what's the one thing that stuck out?
XXL.
XXL. I want to know. Yeah. Because Joe's name, his theatrical name in the movie was what?
Big Dick Richie.
Oh my
Big
God.
Dick Richie. Oh my. Ow.
I saw it on Twitter that
Yeah, XXL. Big Dick Richie. Okay.
I saw on Twitter that his mom has a shirt that says I can't remember what it says, but it basically says Big Dick Richie.
Oh, my God.
I can verify.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sophia does too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she probably don't even
Yes,
have
she
to
said,
wear
yeah.
it. I mean, she can have it,
Yeah.
you know. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
so as we know, basically in life, you know, obviously he made you smile in this scene, and it was so sweet. It was a sweet smile.
Yeah.
But in life, what really makes you smile?
The thing that makes me smile the most right now is my nephew. He's 20, and he I told you I love comedy and drama. Okay,
And I'm there with you.
yeah, but he was born with a malformation of a blood vessel in his brain that we never knew about. So he had a stroke about 4 months ago, and he's at 20. He was on a baseball scholarship, and so. And it just kind of happened, and so he was in the hospital for a whole month, and so now he's doing wonderfully. He is playing golf again and on his way to play baseball again, and just seeing him live his life and how incredibly happy he is and how incredibly grateful he is to have life. That's what makes me smile.
Yeah.
That's what
And
the best tears though. He always asks me, because you know through that time there's lots of different kind of tears. And so now he always says, whenever I'm crying, which is pretty often, just I'm a crier. He always says, but happy tears, right? Happy tears. These are the most happy tears I've ever felt in my life. So
And you probably,
that's what makes me smile.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
And you inspire me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And as we go,
I mean, that's his story. That's a story of him fighting to live a life, you know, and I think it's really taught me. I've always been really steadfast in my career that this is what I want, and nothing's going to stop me. But I think that we all have fears that kind of hold us back and stop us from doing things because we just don't know what the outcome's going to be, and it's scary. But I think that one of the biggest things that he's taught and inspired me is that you don't have tomorrow.
Right.
That you have right this second. Right. So you just got to do what you want and what makes you happy, and in turn that makes other people happy, and you're able to help other people. You know, so
That's true. That's true.
thank you, Lindsey.
Thank you.
We love you. We're going to go places.
She's like our
thank you.
Yeah, she's like our little sister.
Yeah.
So I know we're older.
Yeah, oh, I know. So let's go have some crepes.
Yes.
And
Yes,
they,
let's eat.
Juliann's, and they've got, okay, yum. What'd you get, Lesley?
I'm the odd man out. I got the gluten-free crepe, which means no crepe.
But it looks delicious.
Yes,
Lindsey,
it's a
what'd
salad.
you get?
I got the mushroom melt.
Oh.
It has ham and cheese and mushrooms.
Oh, I bet this would be good with a crepe.
Yeah, with a crepe or a crepe.
Now, how do they make the crepe?
Yeah, what is a crepe?
I don't know.
It's like a flat pancake, it looks like.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
This is Hungarian. Like
Yeah.
I guess the owner, is he Hungarian? And he brought this, he's been open 2 years, I
At
think.
Julianna's in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where we are.
Oh my gosh. Like, this is so good. There's mushrooms, spinach, and so we'll see you next time
On the porch!